When you dry fast for the first time, the mind is connected to the dense reality of its current experience of time and space. The mind, body, spirit, and all of who we are begins to break out of that current experience of time and space, and literally begins to experience time and space from a different perspective. A more expanded perspective, more lucid, and less structured. In effect, it becomes free and less rigid as the mind and body become relaxed and more flexible. Thus, the experience of time becomes more relaxed and flexible. Through rapid successions of dry fasting, the mind and body becomes more adapted to this new experience of time and space in the dry fast. The person is beginning to identify themselves with the higher faculties of mind and less that of the lower mind represented by the hardened ego. Whereas the body has also cleansed itself to the same degree and is more at ease with this new experience. So then the preceding fasts are easier. Less struggle and strife are experienced, and more elated feelings and benefits are derived from the highness of the fast. Less detox is happening in the same period of time as the previous fast. The body has become comfortable with the uncomfortable. It is more familiar with the unknown. Then it's possible to do dry fasts in a repetition of rapid successions and live your routine life while in the dry fast. Time now seems to pass faster after the mind has become comfortable with the uncomfortable and more adapted to this new awareness of time. It is precisely this reason that the body begins to age slower when experiencing time and space from the higher faculties of mind. The body follows the mind. Dry fasting reverses aging and can maintain the youth of your body for longer. It is more than just physical, but it is the experience of time enacted upon the body, the changing in our consciousness, our perception of time, our connection to the Great One. Because our minds, our consciousness creates the illusion of traveling through space, increasing and decreasing the experience of time depending on how fast we're traveling. The faster we travel, the more we experience time. The slower we travel, the less time and space we experience. Though this is completely reversed to the ego mind. The ego mind believes the faster it goes, the less experience of time. The experience of moving into the future or living in the past. Because the dry fast makes you aware the future and the past were always the present and have never stopped being so. As you become aware that the future and the past are more of the present, then your body is literally being more in the present time. In the present moment, nothing ages. So as you become more aware of your body being in a more present time, everything that ages you begins to slow down and reverse itself as the body starts to reflect the state of the infinite. Learning that we are truly multidimensional beings that are mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional, and that we experience all of these in some capacity. More or less aware of these different aspects of ourselves, though the dry fast has made it more apparent of our magical nature in time and space, and our ability to increase and decrease the experience of time that decreases and increases the aging of our bodies as well. Where time and space would have changed in your perception, and you begin to age slower and move with grace in the duration of the dry fast. The rest of the world will continue moving in time and space at the same speed. Literally, the world is moving faster in time. Where you have altered the experience of it. You have expanded the limits of time in your consciousness by being in the dry fast and experiencing more of the present moment. A steady practice of extended dry fasting, and over the years you would just seem to have aged slower than your counterparts. Younger looking skin, eyes white bright, a sharp mind, always restoring and renewing your vitality. Always bathing yourself in the consciousness. Being baptized by light. They will marvel at you. How does that one look so young? The more pain and suffering we experience, the faster our bodies age. The more pain and suffering we hold on to, the more time we experience until we are out of time. Overcome this by touching the light. Touch the light by going into the present moment. With your mind, your heart, your soul, and everything you are in the dry fast. In the higher levels of the fast, one reaches a bliss point, a more enlightened state where the experience of time and space have decreased to such a degree. The person experienced themselves in perpetual oneness, more in tune with the state of the infinite, the eternal, the Great One. The need to achieve all of our desires fade away as time and space fade away in the consciousness. You have all that you need right there inside. It is undoubtedly this experience that facilitates healing, allowing the brain and body to rebalance themselves in a more harmonious emotional state and become coherent. One with peace, one with everything, one just being. With no filtrations, cleansing negative energies, egos, desires, and unsuited beliefs. The falling away leaves the person with their more true self and a more true experience of time, a perpetual oneness, a presence all the time, an everlasting moment. Dry fasting into the bliss. The more we dry fast, the less inclined we feel the need to physically cover distances of space, because now our energy is doing it for us. As our energy expands, space collapses. We expand within. The atoms in our body move further apart, inviting in more energy. Our consciousness expands out as we become more aware. Naturally, as we expand our awareness, our energy exerts a greater gravitational pull within existence by collapsing the amount of space in our own universal experience. Collapsing space by expanding consciousness. As we collapse time and space, we decrease the amount of time and power needed to manifest reality. Then we can take advantage of the dry fast by intentionally focusing on manifestation. As now the mountain will move just as easily as the rock when we are in the deep dry fast. Because like the eternal, where everything happens instantly, we too can reduce our limitations of time and space while experiencing more rapid manifestations, allowing ourselves to become the waking dream, a dream in eternity.